Well, guys, here we are in an investment class, okay? How to become an investor. But it's just not how to become an investor. It's how to help your investors find the properties, okay, negotiate the properties. And almost all of these sales that we're going to go over with you guys today, they're all auctions. They're all auctions. So we're going to go over everything that works and still how to find it. Right now, we're in a buyer's market. I know people don't think so, but we are. We're in a buyer's market. If our rates go down, you know, sales price is going to go up. Supply and demand. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of more purchases, less supply. The price goes up. But even when the prices go up, I can't tell you how many times I've found the property that's been on the market for 90 days, 100 days. I've paid full price for it, full price, which didn't sell. So why am I coming in there and offering full price on a piece of property, which obviously common sense to you guys, right? What does that say to common sense to you guys? Hey, it's been on the market 120, because I bought 125 days, 90 days on the market. What's to lead me to believe that I can sell this property and make money on it, right? Because if you see a property on the market for 90, 120 days, things like that, and I offered full price for it too. So, you know, the first thing that when I was saying that probably came to your mind was, sure, you know what? It's been on the market, so they'll probably take a lesser price, right? Wrong. I offered full price, and then I turned around and sold it and made money on it. Does that make sense to you guys at all, or is that craziness? Well, it's in Spanish? Yeah, I'm so used to being in Miami already. I fear that I'm here with you guys. So let's take that flyer out of there. But it's the same thing. Darn it, that I uploaded it. Forget me. Who cares? That was the class idea, but it was a workshop. It wasn't recorded. That one was not recorded. I love workshops. I really invite you guys to workshops. Workshops, we really get into the nuts and bolts of it. All right? So here, today is becoming an investor with zero money out of pocket. So how's your opinion on that? Think it's possible? Not a freaking dollar. Okay? And you have no credit either. And you don't have a job. Oh, now you guys go, Ismael had 3 cups of coffee too many. 3 cups of coffee too many. And this guy's berserko. Yeah, right. Keep thinking that one. Been doing this for 32 years. Investments. I do investment in commercial real estate. That's it. I don't do residential anymore, you know. If I do sell a residential house, it's because I own it. Okay? So when you go see me sell a real estate home, a home, single family or villa or townhouse or something like that, I own it. One way or the other, I own it. So yeah, there's all types. I mean, from residential to commercial to rentals to buying trailers. By the way, we're getting our license. One of our young lady in our office just got it. I'm so proud of her. You know we need a trailer's license. If we're going to sell trailers, we need it. Unless the trailer owns the what? Owns the land. Totally different. Okay, now you don't, because now it's real estate. But you guys are, you know, welcome to sell trailers. I will be working on that the next couple of days. It's probably a fee of probably $50, $60 only, you know. But now you can sell trailers, even though the broker's going to have the license. One of our realtors already has it. You still have to get your license. Why not? You guys know some trailers, they go for about $150,000, $160,000, and they do sell. And then investment guys in trailers, oh my gosh, we're going to go over that one. You're going to enjoy that one. Yeah, I've purchased anything from vacant land to a trailer. If there's a profit, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 on a trailer, I said profit. not cost, not repairs, not closing expenses. I said net profit. Would you not buy that trailer? You'll be out of your mind. If not, come see me. I'll give you a good commission and so forth, and I'll take it out. I'll take it over. If there's $20,000 net profit on that, and you want $3,000, $4,000, I'll give it to you. I'm still walking away with $15,000. Guys, any of you in here tell me that $15,000 doesn't mean anything to you guys? You're in the wrong office, guys. You're in the wrong office. You guys should be like across the intercoastal over there somewhere. We're a working class office here. So anyway, what holds back realtors seriously from doing this? Really, it's really one simple question answer. I've seen this. I've seen what really holds them back. It's the trust that they don't have in themselves. It's the trust that you don't have in yourself. I'm afraid to do it. I don't think I could do it. You're not confident that you could do it. And all of those are the wrong answer. I trust in you. I trust in you that you're a very good business person. I also trust in you that you know your CMAs, market analysis, and so forth. Those don't miss. Those don't miss. And then that you have the vision to see a property, like one of the investors today. I just signed a commission waiver for him because this is the great thing about being a realtor. You could either, if you're buying cash, you could take that commission that you're making, and now you're going to bring down the cost of the home. So let's just use $400,000 for example, right? And you're getting, I'm just use 10,000, round it off, or 20,000. You don't make that much on. Yeah, well, you could. All right, so $20,000. So now you really paid what for it? $480. Did you see that? How important a real estate license is? So what if you're financing? And now this property's up in a couple of $1 million. So anything when you're financing $2.7, $2.5 million, what do you think the closing costs on that? Any idea what the closing costs? Someone, guys, you got to know. You guys have to be selling $1 million homes, okay? You have to be. Come to my marketing classes. You need to be. No, it's about $60,000, $70,000, okay? So guess what? The commission now went towards what? Buyers' closing costs, which is them themselves. How much did they save? That means that they are netting at the time of sale an additional $60,000, $70,000 because that money never came out of your pocket, did it? So you see how important it is? So you have to have all this knowledge in financing and just everything in general. Not only just financing, you got to have CMAs. You got to know the market area like the back of your hand. But I think with me personally, because we teach so much in marketing and all this stuff, I think with me personally, the biggest thing that holds back realtors is that one right there, guys. That one. I don't know if you guys would agree with me on that one or not, but what holds you guys back? Tell me. Money? I just told you I'm going to show you how to buy with zero money out of pocket. So now you can't tell me, Ismael, it's money. All right? What holds you back? Fear. Yeah. Fear that I can't, and you're wrong.
Or you're going to lose money.
You'll lose money one time only, and one time only. And I guarantee you that you'll do a very good market analysis next time, so you don't lose money. But let's say you did, right? Let's just go there. Let's just say that you lost money on that. So let's go there for a sec. So now I bought another one. I'm not going to stop because I need to get my $15,000 I lost back. So the next property I buy, I'm already going to add into it the $15,000. So now I'm going to get those $15,000 back. You see what I mean? but you're going to make a mistake one time. And I get realtors all the time that will email me your investment properties that you want to buy. You'll email it to me, and you'll ask my opinion. Ismael, what do you think? What do you think? Is it a good deal or not? And I'll let you know. I don't care where it's at in the state of Florida. I don't care where it's at. My farming area is the entire state of Florida. I don't know about you guys' farming area. Where's you guys' farming area at? Give me a couple of ideas. Palm Springs. I don't go out of Palm Springs, and I don't go out of. That's Florida. That's the entire Florida.
But what do you recommend to start?
In your first, someone like you have to start in your neighborhood, and you'll see that, and then you grow. You grow out of your neighborhood, and with time, it's the entire state of Florida, and then with times, it's overseas.
It's the United States.
No, I meant the Florida only. But it could be the United States, because I have a friend of mine that just closed on the property, and he's a guy that I adore. He's a realtor of our office. I adore him because he's been in these classes in the past when I've done them. Obviously, they weren't online. And he went over there, and he sacrificed 2 years of his life, in Alabama. Now he's got homes on the water, on the right there on the peninsula of Florida. He's got gorgeous homes in Alabama, and he's probably got over 50 homes that are all paid for in Alabama with a positive income coming in. How do you like them apples? But he did it, and now his whole family lives over there. He's got it made. He really does. Every time I talk to him, I go, "You're my hero." I really do tell him that. He's my hero. So we complement each other. I'm going to be honest with you. And I love seeing when you guys do well. That's what I love. So again, back to this. This is it right there. I know this for a fact from you guys. It's fear, man. You got to lose the fear. Trust in you. Start out with something small. Don't go for the gusto. Go for something small. If that worked out, keep with that something small. Because if you did good on that, just keep going with that, right?
Buy a property, and then you have to do like a grade, and then you need some people to work with you. So that's the fear also. You have to,
you mean
like a contractor or
no, not really. We're going to talk about vacant land. Do you know how many realtors of ours buy vacant land? And you know what they're making? $10,000, $15,000 net on vacant land throughout the entire state of Florida. Okay? So if you've got excellent credit, just apply, and I'll tell you the names of the credit cards that you can apply. And they're going to give you, some of them are unlimited. Okay? And then others will give you $30,000, $20,000, depending on your credit. Like nothing. So if I don't have that excellent credit, then I'm going to go to my friend. Hey, how's your credit? I've got 750. Whoa. Let's talk. But then I have to prove to him that I am the right realtor. I am the right person for him to go in business with, and then trust me to give his credit, that he's worked very hard to get it to 750, 780, 800 scores. See what I mean? And then I have no money, and I'm already buying a vacant lot off a credit card. What's the payment on a $15,000 credit card? $180? God, if you can't afford $180, yeah, I don't know. You know it takes money to make money? Who believes that? Absolutely, man. Whoever doesn't believe that, again, we need to talk maybe another therapy session or something like that. It takes money to make money. To wake up. Okay? So, vacant land. Forget a trailer. Wait, don't forget a trailer. A trailer I can buy it with $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. A trailer. And then I'll fix up the trailer just like I will, just like any other home. Any other home. You know how many people buy trailers? A gazillion and one. I'm not going to say 100. How about a gazillion one? Come on. There are so many opportunities here for you guys. Unbelievable. So lose this fear. And I'll show you guys how to lose the fear today. All right?
How hard it is to get money, a loan on a vacant land?
A vacant land, extremely hard. Yeah. No one's lending on it. But if you're doing a construction loan, extremely easy. Why? Because they're going to give you the money to buy the land. Now they're going to give you the money to build the property on it. Are you kidding me? That's a slam dunk. That is a slam dunk. Do you do loans like that? You do? We've got major, one of my favorite lenders sitting here in front of me. Honored to have you. So anyway, yeah, those are pretty common nowadays. So yeah, if I, that's going for the gusto. Well, we'll get into that a little bit better. I'll show you how to go about it in a different way, okay, as well too. But again, let's look at this here, fear. Let's get rid of fear, guys. You guys need to know that I worked on a platform for over, I did work on it, but software engineers worked on it, designers, they all did. This took over the year of 2024. Pre-R classes, PRI, Partnership Realty Inc. /classes.com. Everything that you need is there, from the class schedules to the events to these classes are recorded because they're going to be coming off. Facebook is only going to have them on for about a month. It's going to start, and then they're coming off, and then YouTube, we're going to be doing the same thing. These classes, you can watch them right now. Like a lot of our realtors right now called me this morning, and they were saying, Ismael, where could I watch the class at? So I told them to go to YouTube channel or Facebook, our YouTube channel, Partnership Realty's YouTube channel, or Facebook, and they can watch the class. But if they sign up to there, which you sign up to it, you can see this class 10 times over, 100 times over. In any language you want. We've got them in Spanish, we've got them in Creole, we've got them in English. There's 3 tabs up there. Click on English, the whole site turns into English. Click on Creole, Creole. Click on Spanish, Spanish. So all the classes are there. You need to sign up to that because that's where we're putting our classes at, class schedules, all of the events that we're doing, and all these classes that are recorded for your convenience to go over it, okay? Forget him. Sonia's very good with handling foreclosures. There's a few foreclosures that we're going to talk about today that, boy, you better use her. I'll tell you why. HUD, which is the government, right? Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Ginnie Mae. HUD. They have zero tolerance if you miss on a date. You will lose what you worked hard for and you won that bid, you will lose it. Sonia is phenomenal on that, to making sure the paperwork is on time. And here's the most gorgeous thing about HUD. So there's a deadline when we win a bid, right? And it's got to be there by 2 o'clock. All the paperwork we have to FedEx it. Sometimes I used to tell the realtors, we don't have time to FedEx it. Get in the car, drive to Miami, and drop it off. You're going to lose it. And then if you get into the car, here's the most gorgeous part about that. You get into the car, back in the old days, now we can email it. If you get into the car, you drove there to Miami, and you made it at 2:05. What do you think happened? Ciao, bello. Ciao, bella. You just lost it. They told you 2 o'clock the very next day. She's highly experienced in this, okay, with these foreclosures, all right? Highly experienced. What's the difference between an REO and a HUD home, which is a foreclosure? You see REO homes, you see HUD homes. What's the difference? Well, here we go. REO means real estate owned. That means the bank. You know that Fannie and Freddie, they do not service loans. They just collect from the servicing centers. These servicing centers could be, I'm not going to mention any of the big name banks, But what they do is they service the loan. If you're late on the payment, they're going to send you a late notice. They'll hold escrows. They'll make sure everything gets done. And then they'll send their portion of the interest rates to Fannie or Freddie. Got it? These are called banks. So these banks also have the right to bid on these homes, and now they own them. So now they're called an REO. What's the difference between one and nothing? Banks are owned literally almost by the federal government. Literally, they're controlled by them, Treasury and so forth, right? So they follow by the same guidelines and rules. No big difference. When you see REO owned, pretty much think it's a foreclosure. Got it? Same guidelines. When you see HUD, Fannie or Freddie, because Ginnie Mae doesn't do loans, they just service. Okay, I mean, they don't service them either, but they don't, you know, yeah. It's Fannie or Freddie Mac, one of the two. But they are both identical, okay? REO, identical. Do not treat them any differently. It's a foreclosure. They're selling it to you as a foreclosure. All right? There are 3 ways to become an investor. Now, guys, please keep in mind, I'm not telling you this because for you. I'm telling this for your clients. For your clients. The more you guys know about this, the more you guys can advertise and market yourself as a foreclosure specialist. If you don't know about this, your marketing cannot state foreclosure specialist. So I want to ask you guys a question. Unfortunately, you guys know that whoever sits here in the front, you guys are my helpers. All right? So he advertises, I sell residential, I sell commercial, I do rentals, I do lease, and you know, what is that saying that all realtors have? Referrals are like, what? Something like that. My best, no, not best friend. They use another, you know, fancy terminology that referrals are my best. Obviously, we all love referrals. But don't say what everybody else is saying. What is that term they're using? That I can't believe it's not coming to my head. Referrals are like my best form of compliment that you could give me. Really? The highest compliment. Oh, thanks for telling me that. You know, who doesn't know that? Okay? But that's what he says in his advertising. She says she's a foreclosure specialist. Who do you think they're going to call? You know how many investors there are out there, guys? How many investors do you think there are? A gazillion, all right? And I'm not exaggerating about that one. Well, obviously, there's no such word as gazillion. But they're going to call her. Guess who? They're not going to call him. So guess who they're not going to call? You guys. You guys know we're having a little bit of AC tech here. They're coming to fix it right now. So we're in here to get trained, learn, lose a little weight. Okay, we're going to leave from here like a couple pounds less. You guys are going to thank me for it. Seriously, you're going to thank me for it. Okay. Write a good review. Ismael, thank you for teaching class and letting us lose. I've lost 2 pounds, you know. Well, hopefully they'll get it fixed because I'm going to go crazy with this friggin' jacket on. Seriously, you know. So yeah, how are you going to market yourself? Foreclosure specialist. How do you become a foreclosure specialist? By the end of this class, you will know how to become a foreclosure specialist. And then you'll market yourself foreclosure specialist. If you guys are looking for foreclosure properties, who would you call? The realtor that says, I mean, not every investor out there is a realtor. They depend on a realtor. First of all, they don't have the time for it. They prefer you to get the commission, just get them the right property, okay? But who are they going to call? The realtor that says, oh, referrals are my best form of compliment, you know, and I do rentals, I'm very professional, and, you know, that type of nonsense. Or someone that says, I'm a foreclosure specialist. Who are you going to call? You're a member of the public right now. Who are you going to call? Darn right you are. Yeah. That's a no-brainer, okay? So there's 3 ways of doing it. I love this one right there, buying and selling. It's called flipping, okay? Buying and selling. I don't like rentals. I encourage rentals. I was in the rental business for a very long time that I owned a lot of buildings and you name it. I don't do it anymore because it's not part of my personality anymore, all right? But I'm not saying you guys haven't, and a lot of you guys, we have realtors here that manage over 1,000 homes, single family, and the most inexpensive homes, like 1.2, 1.3 million. She's amazing. And I have realtors that manage like their family's portfolio with their anywhere from 5, is that a word? From 5, 10, 50 homes. And I tell the realtors, and sometimes they're ladies, and I say, I really admire you. Well, you're amazing. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. I tried it for many, many, many years, and I quit. So this is what I do here, okay? Me personally. Second one is short-term and long-term rentals. Phenomenal. You're buying the property. You're getting a return on your money, correct? And you're letting the property do what? Go up in value. Because Florida hasn't gone, it does decrease sometimes. Like I just said, we're in a buyer's market right now. I've seen it drop anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 to $70,000. Darn it, if this ain't the time to buy. Did you guys just hear that? Okay, other ones from $200,000 to $300,000, but we're talking in the millions, okay? We're talking 1 million, 2 million, 1.5 million, 1.7 million dropped down to 1.2 million. 1.2 million dropped down to $900,000, $890,000. If this is not the time to buy, just remember this. I don't know, some of you guys probably been in real estate like me a pretty long time. And guess what? Real estate goes up. If the interest rates go down a little bit, you'll see. You go, oh my God, I should have bought that darn property. I should have bought that land. I should have bought that whatever, villa, townhouse. Okay? This is the time to buy. And let your investors know that. Let your clients know that. This is the time. We're getting what's unbelievable, what is so hard to find in a realtor's life to do for a buyer, for their buyer, okay? Get them full 6% seller contribution. You know how hard that is? Get full commission for it. And then in that 6% or 5%, we are doing buy downs with the lender to get their rates from up here to down there. In another market, you can't get a seller to say, what? I've got my own closing costs. You know how much my closing costs are? They're like double yours. And you want me to pay for my closing costs and your closing costs? See, in a seller's market, that doesn't happen. So this is the time to buy. Tell that to your clients. Let them know that, okay? It's going to bring you more sales. Educate your clients on that one, all right? So long-term and short-term rentals. The other one is when you got someone with money, I have helped out about 4 of my friends, which are completely retired, all 4 of them right now, completely retired. Oh, by the way, we have so many investors that started out as realtors like you guys, and they are retired. They're totally retired right now. They're retired on everything that they've got, okay? And they started out with me just like you guys did. Zero money out of pocket. But this right here is financing private money, private money. So many people have so much private money, and homes are secured as heck. Do you know with Fannie and Freddie, with the federal government, they don't want to take the home away from you. They don't want to repossess the home, all right? They don't want to repossess, to foreclose on the home. They want you to work something out and keep paying for the next 30 years, all right? So with private money, we could do a foreclosure in like quickly. 5 or 6 months, I've got you foreclosed on. So it's a very safe. But a lot of these friends of mine that I brought into the private mortgage in this world, okay, guess what? They haven't had to foreclose on a single person yet. They haven't had to foreclose because the majority of those 1099 individuals that have bad credit, they're 1099, they can't get Fannie and Freddie loans. Those people, and they don't have bad credit. Sometimes they have really decent credit. And they've got large down payments, and they work really hard for it. They're phenomenal clients to have. The 1099s, the tradesmen, you know, people that they own their own business, things like that. Okay, so that's just a little tip for you guys right there. So these are the three right there that I highly recommend. Okay, on either way, it's whichever direction you go here, you're going to do well. You'll do well, promise you. A lot of people have told me. So here comes the big question to you guys. What's the secret, man? Can someone just help me with this? What's the secret on becoming, because there's a mystery. I have a dear friend of mine. I love him to death. He read about 6 or 7 books. Okay? And we had a dinner together. And I asked him questions about his 6, 7 books that he read from page 1 to page, whatever the end of the page was. What did you learn? And there was nothing there to learn. I go back and throw those books in the recycle bin. Okay? The only people that made money on you right there is the people who sold you the freaking book. Yeah, so I've got a really good friend of mine that we had that conversation not too long ago. All right, there's only one secret, man. What was it? Who's read books on becoming a foreclosure, or what's paid for these videos? Oh, one lady the other day told me she paid like $500, went to this course to, you know, who do you think made money there? The $500, it was a seminar, like that must have been wonderful. I got to start doing that stuff. Guys, what's the secret? Come on, you guys, each one of you watched a video here or there, and each one of you has read a book here or there. Don't be shy. Come on, what's the secret? I just want to know what they know and, you know, what you're going to learn here, what I know. And everything I say to you guys here is nothing but an opinion. It's an opinion. You don't have to do a single thing I'm saying. So what do you feel that the secret is?
The same fear that stops you to do it.
Fear's one, yeah, without a doubt. But there's a bigger secret. Bigger. Motivation, yeah, we talked about that one already. Fear, motivation, we talked about that. Okay. There's a fear. There's a fear, man. There's a fear. Sorry, there's a secret. I'm already past that one. There's a secret. What's the secret?
Do your first one.
Hmm?
Do your first transaction.
You better know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing. That's a good one. There you go. Here. There it is right there. No secret. This is the number one. Right there. You better know your farming area. You better know your CMA. You better know your area of expertise. Did you hear the word better? I'm telling you, there's no secrets right there. You better know your area of expertise. What's called the CMA, RPR. All you guys love using all that stuff. Guess I don't. And I'll tell you why. I work with a lot of investor friends of mine. And I don't mind losing my money or a portion of my money, but I can't lose a portion of your money. I promised you X amount of dollars, and everything that I do it high. So at the time of closing, when reality comes in, you're making more money. So now you're going to tell your friend, your family, your neighbor. Next thing you know, I'm going to become a freaking legend. And next thing you know how many investors are looking out for me and coming to see me? It's unbelievable. But all I got to do is write one time with one person. What is it? Here it is. Right here. Here it is. You're looking at it. Your farming area, your area of expertise. When I do a CMA, and I've got classes, which I'll do it again, because I know I erased them all. I shouldn't erase that one because there was no law, changed on CMAs. I didn't do it. I had erased them. I guess he did it accidentally. All right, so I'll do a new CMA class. I don't press the button, ever. Press the CMA button and let the system automatically figure it out for you. No. I have another question here for you guys. A property appraiser's office, all of them in the state of Florida, they do not provide total accuracy. And you would imagine, you guys know who property appraisers are, right? Papa's here in West Palm Beach. All right, they provide the owner's name, accuracy. They provide the square footage, accuracy. The taxes on the property, you think those are accurate or not? Heck yeah, they are. That's what they make money on, you know? They're super accurate on that one. They provide accuracy in the year it was built. But how can you possibly see where it's a home, 3 bedrooms and no bath? 2 bedrooms, or 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. They don't provide accuracy to the actual room count and bathroom count inside. The majority of these foreclosures are given to these agents who are lazy. Well, I'm a lazy realtor too. That's why I decided to be a realtor. All right? I love working everything at my pace. But some of these realtors won't even go out there to see that the bedroom is a 4 bedrooms, 3 bath. They saw it on public records. They said 2-1. So they put it in these. They put it into the MLS as a 2-1. You really need to go out there. It's probably a 3-2 with the family room and a living room and probably a great room. I mean, it's amazing. And I am tired of seeing that. I'm tired of seeing that. The square footage must match, okay? But the bedroom count, you know, the bedroom count, it's never accurate. So, do this.
Especially in Hialeah, right?
No, but that's different there. That's totally different. Totally different there. No, here in Palm Beach County, I mean, in some areas, I'm not going to mention any areas, but here in Palm Beach County, in some areas, you know. But you know what? Go to Papa's. There's a phone number, 355. I forgot what it was. Whatever the last 4 digits are. Call them up and just ask them, hey, do you guys provide total accuracy here, like bedroom count and stuff like that? Get that mystery out of your head. That's one mystery that you got gone already, right? That's one of the first steps you're going to do. See if I'm accurate or not. Call them up. They'll answer quickly. It's not like you're going to have to hold for a million hours. Property appraiser answers quickly. I feel the AC, don't you guys? Kind of? Maybe it's mental. It's mental. All right, let's go back to CMAs. Everything in my world evolves around here. I do CMAs manually. I do not press a button of RPR. I don't press a button of CMA. I do it manually. So I will go into the neighborhood that I want to buy a property at, and I'm going to look at everything around there, right? Everything around there. And if it's in a gated community, not only am I looking at this, at the property in this community, I'm looking at the property in the front of it, I'm looking at the property in the back of it, and there's 2 on the sides, I'm looking at all of them. Listen, if making millions was easy, do you seriously think that this whole freaking, everyone, I mean, we'll be millionaires, everyone in here, you guys, this will be an empty class. Because you're all millionaires. All right? So no, it's not easy. Okay? And it does take leg work that we're going to talk about today, big time. This is what everything you're going to see here today is going to be una subasta. Subasta in English, guys, is called auction. Everything that you see here today from me is going to be an auction.
So how do you, like, well, there is an app that you go and check the property, and then you...
What app? Please help me. Tell me the name of it.
Foreclosure.com.
I'll show you. We will go over foreclosure.com in a little bit. But that app is not accurate.
Oh.
That's nothing more than it's nothing more than a Zillow.
Where did you say how much you are going to put for the house? How do you win?
How do you win? Well, first of all, this is where you need to start at. This is our biggest focus.
I did my research.
No, yeah, you've done your CMA, but everybody here doesn't know CMAs like you do. Okay? So unfortunately, I apologize. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through it. And you might learn something a little bit more here on CMAs. Okay? All right. So CMAs must be done in my book, not only for me, but for my investor. If I promised him $45,000 or $80,000 and I'm making $80,000, I'll make sure he's going to get $80,000 because it's my reputation. Okay? And my reputation means a lot. All right? So let's go back to here. When I find a property in the MLS, because you can find a lot of great deals in the MLS at all given times. I don't care if we're in a seller's market, if we're in a buyer's market. Do you guys know in a seller's market, the planet just balances out. No one gets sick. There are no divorces. There are no separations. There are no loss of jobs. You guys know that, right? Or am I talking nonsense? I don't care how great the market is, someone's going to die. No, come on, it's talk reality. And some of these homes that are down here, their children are upstates and throughout all over the world. They could care less about Florida. Do you know how hot it is here in Florida? They don't want to come out here. They can't sit outside and enjoy a barbecue or a wine or anything like that outside because of the moisture and so forth. That's what I hear. So they want these properties sold quickly, fast. So they'll put it below market value. You have time is of the essence at that moment. They'll put a deal in front of you, correct? Right in front of you. And you won't even know it's a great deal at that moment. You won't even know it because you don't know your farming area. Okay? So you have to be on top of this. So how do you do it? You found the property in the MLS, and you're going to start at, like as you spoke, one area. And you're going to find something below market value. There always is below market value. Always, in any type of market. Buyer's market, seller's market. Got it? Guaranteed it. I'll guarantee you that one. All right, so, but then you have to recognize it. So now you need to look at all the active properties, you know, around the same square footage. Maybe go 300 square foot more, 300 less. But don't go 800 or 1,000 square foot bigger. That's a totally different animal. That's another property. So be around the same square footage. Now, your first 2 weeks are going to be the toughest ones. Your first 2 weeks will be the toughest ones because you're going to have to look at all the actives. What are you going to look at the actives? You're going to look at how many days on the market. Listing price. Then you're going to see the conditions. Let all the photos, very important. Okay? And then go to the next one. And then you go to the next one. That is called time consuming. That is called hard work. For some of you guys, maybe. You know what hard work for me is? Not in front of a computer. Not in front of a computer and air conditioning, well dressed there. And, you know, that's not hard work for me. Hard work is you tell me right now that you need me to go to your house and help you knock down some trees or something like that. I go, I'll find someone else to help you with that. That's hard work. You know, yeah. No, listen, Ismael, we have to move. Can you help me move? I go, no, I'll find someone to help you. I'm not going. Okay? That's hard work. But sitting in front of a computer, I enjoy it. Real estate is an addiction. Never heard that one, huh? Real estate is something that you love. It's not work, okay? So I'm going to sit there. I'm going to look at all the actives. 300 square foot more, 300 square foot less. I'm going to look at every single picture. I'm going to look at how many days on the market, and so forth. Then I'm going to go to edit, search. You can either do this on Flex or you can do it on Matrix. It doesn't matter which one of the two. Then you go edit, search. And then you look at all the pending. Now, really important there is price. Days on the market. Days on the market. And conditions again. What's the conditions? The photos. The photos. Got it?
In the history, you can see also.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Then I'm going to do edit search again, and I'm going to look at closed. Here's the thing. You're going to get going a year back. I don't go a year back. I go 6 months back only, because our market changes every 6 months. Your market changes every 6 months. Okay? So you're going to look at every 6 months. What are you going to do? Look at the list price, square footage, days on the market, and conditions. Next thing you know, once you've done that for 2 boring weeks, probably boring to you guys. It's not boring to my family. Not boring to me every time I freaking close on one of those properties or close 2 of those in a month or 3 in a month. Not boring to me when you see those paychecks. Okay? Yeah, so it's not boring to me. All right, so for 2 boring weeks, you're going to have to do this. What's going to happen at the end of the 2 boring weeks? A new property is going to come up, and when you're searching, you go, I already seen this one, I already seen this, and now you're starting to get, now you know your market. Now you know your market. And then another one come up. You don't have to look at all the old ones because you've already looked at them for 2 weeks in a row. So everything in life comes with hard work, guys. But if you guys are considering this to be hard work, ouch. You know, it's not going to be dropped on your laps. Okay, so keep thinking, oh, it's not going to be reading it out of a book either. How nice is that? Or an audio. You know, how nice is that, right? Good luck. I'm not charging you guys for these classes. I just want you guys to do well. I want you guys to make money. And I want you guys to help your investors make money too. All right? So here in Palm Beach County, basically, you can go any which way, whether it's west, south, north. Within 30 minutes, you are at the homes. I love going and seeing them for myself, because I've seen realtors do this. They shouldn't do this. Not partnership realtors. I've seen them from other office. Okay, use photos when the home was at its prime age. You know, when it was just freshly built. It looked like it was just a brand newborn. You know what I mean? Then when you go there, it's completely freaking destroyed. Don't go based on those. Don't go based on those photos. Go over there and take a look at it, and you're learning. And you're learning. That's the important key word there.
Would you buy from a wholesaler and also? Sometimes
yes.
How do you feel about sight unseen? Sometimes wholesalers could.
Wholesalers have come to me. Wholesalers have come to me, and I just see the price. The market, the home. Homes have been in Pompano, they've been in Miami, they've been in Fort Pierce, they've been out in Belle Glade, Pahokee, and I go, I'll meet you there tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I walk in there, I open the door, I go, excellent, take it. And not only, because those wholesalers, okay, I'd like to talk about that after class. Can we bring that topic up? Don't forget it, all right? So those wholesalers, kind of be careful with them, because it's not their property, and they're not even freaking licensed realtors. They're not even licensed realtors. No, they're. I mean, it's not illegal. To be an investor. You don't need a license to be an investor. Okay, but sometimes they're doing this so many numerous times, and they're working with other people's properties, and you really need to, the wholesaling part about that, there's 2 wholesaling, the one that I'm going to show you, and the one that these people are doing assignment of contracts and things like that I am not too in favor of. But I have had wholesalers, and I've even given them a bonus. I go, look, because I want the property. I know the potential of that property. So you know what I've told them? Not only are you going to get what you're going to get, here's an extra $5,000, $10,000 more. I want the property. I'm not losing that property, but I want this executed contract today, this afternoon. But how would you know it's a great deal, and how would you offer more on this property if you didn't know this right there?
They've already selling it a lot more to you than they got it.
Sometimes they are. You know how many times I get realtors that call me and say, because listen, I'll buy a house from you guys. You will be my realtor. You will make the commission. You will make the commission. And sometimes I'll even offer bonuses because I don't want one of your other investors saying, I'll take it. I want to make sure I get it. So let me ask you a question. What's the difference between making $185,000 and making $175,000 net? Come on, you're getting greedy there, man. At $185,000, I'll take $175,000. In fact, I'll take $170,000. I'll make sure the individuals are being compensated on that, but I'm not going to lose the deal. How are you guys going to know when you got a great deal like that in front of you? I'm telling you, here it is. Where's the secret at? Right there. Right there. Not the RPR, not the CMA. No, I'm not going to let a system do it for me. I want to know it. I want to know what I'm looking at because it's my money that I'm buying cash or financing. Or it might be one of my investors' money that we're going into it together. Okay? So this is the real secret. Everything else from now on that we're going to talk about is going to be nothing more than just product knowledge. Got it? That's the secret, guys. That's the secret. And then obviously loosen the fear, the motivation, because I could tell you, I could teach you, but I can't get you to trust in yourself. I can't do. You're going to have to believe in yourself. But then when you start seeing stuff like that, when you know this, I promise that trust and that fear, it'll be gone. You're going to go, oh my God, this is a freaking phenomenal deal. All right, so let's talk about this here some more. I have realtors that will look 3 times a day. Morning, around lunchtime or 1 or 2 o'clock or 3, right? And then they'll look again at night. And I'll tell you why. These deals, the good ones, they don't last. Do you know how many investors there are out there? And that's what they dedicate, and realtors they're working with investors. Investors are the best ones to sell to because investors are not going to come in, I don't like that carpet. I just don't like the kitchen cabinets. They're not high enough. The color is it's just not my tone, Investors come in there, go, I'm going to gut it. I'll take it. How easy is that?
And they lower the price a lot. So.
They lower the price a lot? Not when I'm done with you talking to you. I will tell you, if you're going to come in there to waste my time, that I will. Can I borrow your pen? Thank you.
They go to see the property. First they send you like an email. I give you like, I don't know.
Those are wasted time people. No, well, in a way. But listen, if you give me a lowball offer, you know what I will tell you? I will not waste the ink in this pen to write it up. Find another realtor. It's an insult to me. It's an embarrassment to me when I got to deal with him. He's the listing agent.
They even offer you one.
No. You're talking about having a listing, and they haven't even gone to the property. They haven't seen the property. Stay away from those individuals. Do not take those listings. Do not take those offers. You know what I've told them sometimes on my property? I go, listen, sir, you might want to go over there to see the property. Or if I'm talking to someone, tell your boss they might want to go over. They might want to offer me more money for it when they see it. And by the way, I will not have my seller sign a contract or a contract to an offer when you're the investor that's sending they send them out randomly to about 1 million people, okay? And then, you know how I'm going to look in front of him? And I depend on his referrals to refer. No, I am not. I'm not going to let one of those individuals come play with his property, his money, my reputation. And I will tell them like this, other ones that will come with me, they go, okay, yeah, I'll offer really ridiculous low price. I go, sir, I apologize. I won't spend the ink on this pen. I won't. Find somebody else. I will. I don't have time for that, man. If you want to go play with somebody else, I just don't. And that is the luxury of having clients and having a lot of clients, okay? Not when you're depending on one freaking... That's why marketing is so expensive. I won't go into a marketing class right now, but marketing is so expensive because you got investors lined up. You've got buyers lined up. You've got so many things, and that's called marketing. We'll do a marketing class soon, all right? But today we're in investment class, not marketing. That's the great thing about it, so you don't have to be depending on, oh my God, I only got one offer on this property. You know? No, wait, him first.
Earlier you mentioned you give them full asking price. Let's say
I have.
Let's say if you want to do fix and flip, you see a property that's
And
market.
125 days, 90 days, and I've offered full asking price.
How do you make a profit off of that if you already check the CMA? You know how much
Easily. I've seen the property. Location is everything. I know the surrounding homes, what they could be sold for, correct? So I know there's a margin that I could take that home at full asking price, put in, I know what it's going to cost me to do all the repairs. Then I got 2 closing costs. I got closing costs when I buy it, and I got closing costs when I sell it. So those have to be accounted for. Now is when you know the net profit. So I'll go in that home that is completely abandoned, okay? And I'll give it what's called curb appeal. People want to buy homes. We're not talking about investors here. We're talking about the public. Do they want to buy a home that, I mean, most of the clients, after they buy a home, if they got $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 left in their account, they don't. They barely don't. So you're talking about having to remodel the entire home? So they prefer to buy a home that is turnkey. So I go in there, and I know, and I do the entire home, kitchen, bathrooms, flooring, ceilings, air conditioning. I mean everything inside, landscaping, curb appeal. People fall in love as soon as they pull into that property because of the neighborhood. Curb appeal. So I spend the money on landscaping.
I mean, I was talking about a property that's been remodeled and on the market for.
No, that's totally different. You didn't say remodeled. Full price offer. No, I'm passing on that one.
It's always been remodeled, sitting on the market for 100.
Well, let's continue. I told you I was going to give you 2 examples. One of the investors today bought a property, full price, 2.7. That's what they're going for. But guess what he's going to do? That property has been fully remodeled. He's going to tear it down, and he's going to build 2 more stories on it, 2 more floors on it. It's going to be like 3 stories. And he'll sell that for a couple $1 million more. How you like them apples? How do you know that the neighborhood could withstand selling for $4.7 million? How do you know it? Guys, help me. No, it's right there in front of you. You better know your farming area. Okay, obviously this house that they're buying is on a deep water canal too. You better know it. So 2.7 to them was like nothing. They bought it. They're not afraid. They're going to go in there and spend probably another $1 million on it and probably end up with $1.5 million of profit. Net, I said. Because the neighborhood what? Sustains it. Do you see that? Now, how would you know this? I mean, just please, somebody answer me. How would you know if the neighborhood will hold it or not? You better know that area. Like I said, everything from now on, once I change this page, is going to be product knowledge, where we find these properties, how do we do it, and stuff like that. There's your key. There's your secret. Don't buy your books. Well, go ahead. Waste your money on it. You'll tell me. And some of you guys are embarrassed and you won't tell me. But other ones have. My God, I wasted $500 on this class. I wasted so much money on these books. All right? There's the secret right there, guys. So there's your answer. On a full price offer, and maybe you want to spend $70,000, $80,000 on it. But you know that the neighborhood will hold it. Okay? You know the neighborhood will take it. It's a turnkey. And they'll come in there, and I sell it in less than a week. Same house, same neighborhood, same area, same everything. I sold it in less than a week for more money. I know what I'm doing. Why? There's not a property I don't know in the state of Florida, because my farming area might begin 30 minutes away, then I work it to an hour. Then when I got that down pack, I'll work it to 2 hours. And then on that down pack, I'll go into the next county. And then I got that down pack, I'll go into the next county. And I'll just keep going and going. Does this require work? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I mean, the chances of us winning lotto is like, thank you. Okay? So unfortunately, we have to work for our living. But I decide to work for something that's going to give me a good, big, huge return on. Not like, hey, let's go open up a lawn maintenance company. And we don't even have a first lawn. Oh my God, you mean, so what do I have to do? Oh, you're going to be driving the push lawnmower. What? I'm going to drive the push lawnmower? No, get the weed eater. Take the weed eater. See, I'm going to choose a line of work that will pay me for my time. So you guys are blessed, man. I say it all the time. Having a real estate license is a blessing. Whoever sees it differently, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You had a question.
Yeah, my question is because if you see a property around 10 properties around, there are 3 beds and 2 baths and 2,000 square feet, and you see a property that is for sale and 2 beds and 2 baths with the same square footage, can I, like, build another bed there?
Here's what I've done. I had a property like that in Lake Worth. One of my investments here in Lake Worth. You look it up. Usually, I will either buy it in one of my corporations, or I'll buy it in my name. That particular one, I bought it in my name. So it was the 3 bedrooms, 2 bath. I go in a carport in a good area, very good area. Okay, I go, I'm going to sell this like hotcakes. It's not going to last a week. Lasted a week. I go, oh, maybe, people are busy with, there's been beautiful sunny days, So maybe people are busy with, the boating or, going out to the park and, barbecues, things like that. So second week came around, didn't sell it. I go, there's something wrong with the property. The property, I know the property is a good deal. So what? The property had a living room and a family room. Got it? Do you think what would be more important? Because it's a 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. The family room or a 3rd bedroom? 3rd bedroom. Went to the city of Lake Worth. That was a slam freaking dunk. Easy to get permits on that. What? A closet? A door? Already has air conditioning. A door? A closet? I don't need anything. Windows are there. How long will it take you to get permits to put a closet and a door in there? The outlets are already there. And put a fan on. It already had a fan. So I sold it within 1 week. There you go. You need to know your area. You need to know what you're doing. And yeah, just by changing it around and taking it from a 3 bedroom, from a 2 bedroom, and adding, because you've got the same square footage. Now I'm going to sell it for the value of, a 3 bedrooms, 2 bath.
Another example, yeah.
There's more demand. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But there's more demand for a 3 bedrooms, 2 bath than there is a 2 bedrooms, 2 bath.
But you only have a garage and don't have, like
a carport, maybe, because mine had a carport too. I can close it in. I can close it in and do whatever I want. A very nice big family room. How about another bedroom? Yes, enlarge the master bedroom, enlarge the kitchen, enlarge the living room.
And you need permission also.
Yes, ma'am.
Some people don't
Yes,
use
ma'am.
the garage.
They don't. You know what they use the garage for? Did you hear that one? Did you guys hear that one? Storage.
Yeah, all the tools and things.
That they're never going to use. This old bicycle that they had since they were 15 years old. You know what I mean? The treadmill that the wife bought. No, I'm not knocking on you guys. That's just Leslie's here, and she bought a treadmill. So ask her how many times she's used it. It looks great in my house, though. I come in there.
The dog's house.
Oh, she's not going to answer? How many times have you used that treadmill? Guess where it goes? Storage. Look at her. She's stuck her tongue at me. All right, great. I deserve it. It doesn't matter. A question?
Yeah, question. like the last case you closed, it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, in order to investment. But the problem is about when inspection comes in.
I think I scared Leslie.
Has 3 bedrooms.
She left.
How long do you give for a permit time?
Yeah, stuff like that, they're done quickly. They're very quickly. A city moves really quickly on it. Whether it's Palm Springs, Palm Beach County, or stuff like that. Because you're not putting a roof on. You're not putting a roof on, you know. There's no truss or anything like that. It's just closing in a wall with a door. It's already got the air vent in there and putting in a closet. I mean, seriously, if you are going to spend, I think, not even $1,000. You know, I mean, if you have someone in your home that does it for you, you know, because we have a lot of investor ladies here, and their husbands and so forth, they do the investments. I mean, they do the labor on it. Unfortunately, I don't. Okay, I haven't gotten Leslie convinced yet to grab a hammer and a drill. Okay, I'm working on it. So I have to pay for it. So it might cost me an additional $1,500. But guess what? Are you serious? $1,500? So I won't make.
Done first before.
Oh yeah. Definitely want to get it done. Of course.
If you're the homeowner on that home, are you able to pull that permit yourself without
That's an owner's permit. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Most definitely. And you know what? You're going to save $600-700 with the contractor. Especially something as simple as that. Are you kidding me? You'll go over there and you'll talk to in the building department. They'll even help you draw it out because it's so simple to do. But remember that a living room over a third bedroom is going to win always. Okay. All right. So you cannot start without your farming area. We went into that. I told you in details. I really just grinded on that one there, okay? But this again applies, guys, to all areas. Whether you're going to become an investor, or whether you're going to help an investor, or whether you're going to help a seller or a buyer. Do you guys think I'm accurate on that one or not? Because you're going to be able to tell a buyer, you know, you're going to be able to tell a buyer, this is a great deal. This is what they're selling for. You're $100,000 in equity already. You're below market value. I can't tell you how many times I've said those words in these last few weeks to so many realtors here. Okay? So this helps a buyer, a seller, everybody. Okay? So here you are. You have no credit, no cash. You're not a W-2. You have no money. No job, and no freaking idea. You're at the right class. I'm going to pull a Tony Robbins on you guys, you know. I've got the CD. You can buy the CD today at a special for only X $9.99, or you can buy the book or something like that. No, guys, I'll give it to you for free. I'll give it to you for free because I want to see you guys succeed. That's the way Partnership Realty's been, and I've been, and I'm not going to change. So where do I start? How do I begin? You know, who do I contact? Well, you got me. Okay? And how do I find the properties, right? These are your questions. Okay? One more time. Where do I start? You know, how do I begin? How do I find these properties? There you go. So let's start out, okay? So if you have some working capital, which is very little, or no working capital, I prefer to make half instead of nothing. Here's one thing that the person, I'm going to get a partner now. I'm going to get a partner. And that partner has a little bit of working capital, or he's got credit and a good job and a W-2. And I don't. I'm a realtor. But guess what I got that he doesn't have? Because I've got the knowledge. I know the market. I know how to find these properties. I'm doing all the legwork while he's working over at wherever he works at, okay, getting his paycheck, and I am doing all the, because sometimes, I'm going to be honest with you guys, you're going to look at 40 properties before you find one. I will give you my word on that. And then sometimes you get lucky, you'll see one, you go, boom, done. But most of the times you're going to look at 30 or 40. Okay? But I don't, you know what? It doesn't bother me because I enjoy it. And the more I look at these properties, the more I learn. The more I learn, the more knowledgeable I get. You guys have called me numerous times, man. And, hey, do you know an appraiser? Numerous times you guys have called me. And the ones watching. Numerous times. What for? Residential or commercial? It wouldn't matter. Okay? Where's it at? I'll give you the value on it. I will give you the value on it in the entire state of Florida. And I don't care if it's from a $300,000, from a 55 and older $100,000 condo or up to $10 million property, commercial, anywhere in the state of Florida. I'll put you on the money without even having to open the computer. Now, how did I do that? Intelligent? No, man. A lot of hard work, yes, by doing the farming area and all that, okay? So if I've got someone that's got a little bit of working capital, we're going to go in it together. Isn't 50% better than zero? Heck, yes. But now when we close on that, now I've got 50%. Okay? Now I'll go back again with him. He's going to be pleased as hell. I'll use his money to buy another property, correct? I'll use my money, get financing, and buy another property. Now I'm selling two. Now I'm doing this doubly as quick. Okay? I'm going to close two deals at the pace of one. I'm not going to put our money together again. It's my knowledge, your money, and so forth. We're going to go buy another property together. We'll do 50-50. He doesn't know what you know. Okay? Guaranteed. Let him go out and try for himself. Good luck. You know, we did the class in Dade, which was the workshops. You know, we don't record workshops. Those are workshops. Who was at the Dade County when I did this class at the workshop? Because you were there. One of the not going to mention any names because I love him to death, right? We're not going to mention any names. And he goes, Ismael, I lost 92. No, he didn't say Ismael. He interrupted. He interrupted. He goes, I lost $92,000. Yeah, let him go. You remember your example. I'm not picking on you. Let him go. Let him go. He's going to see that my knowledge is everything. Okay? How much did he not say $92,000 or did I mishear him?
I love that one. Yeah,
he said $92,000. And I told him not to go into there. I told him not to do it. But he did it anyway. Because someone must have convinced.
Did you see the deal before he did?
And he told me about it. He called me. I knew all about it. You guys can call me, and I'm going to give you advice on it, okay? My point of view. How much did he lose again, he said?
Yeah, not 92,000.
Thank you. All right? So he's going to come. Well, no, he's going to probably quit. But he's going to cry about it. Oh, my God, I should have went with him. And now he's going to tell someone else, and someone else is going to come and do it with you. But you've now are starting to create a portfolio and a pattern of what you can do, what your potentials are. Got it? And it's going to grow. So I'll close another deal with him. I've got 50% now. I'm not that same individual you guys met before. And I'm going to go and get a loan on it. It'll be a private loan, or it'll be a bank statement loan. Anything to that fact, okay? And even if it has a prepayment penalty on it, I don't care. You want to know why? Because if I'm only making $75,000 and I got a prepay of $5,000, not only am I going to pay you the $5,000, I'm going to take you out to dinner and tell you, oh my God, I love you. And I'm going to make sure she does another loan for me, the next one coming up. I'll pay the prepay. I'll pay it. And every time I talk to an investor and I tell them, yeah, the interest rates are at 15%, they go, what? Listen, give me the interest rate at 20%. I don't care. Because I'm only going to have it for 3 or 4 months. And God forbid, I only might have it for like 1 day. And probably, God forbid, I won't even have it at all because I'll do what's called a simultaneous closing. Have you guys ever heard of a simultaneous closing? That means that I got this property, I'm ready to close on it, but I already sold it to him. So don't even need your 20% anymore. But I know that I've got you backed up at the 20% interest rate. That's an exaggeration. Nobody charges 20. 15. 10, 8, 9, 15. But I'm not afraid of 15. It's an honor to me to have it at 15% interest rate because I'm going to make money on your money. I am going to make money with your money. Okay? So 15%. I'm not going to keep this for 30 years. Are you kidding me? I'm going to keep it for what? Careful. 1 hour. 1 hour.
Well, is that the same thing as reassignment?
No, because the difference is I signed a contract where I'm buying it from him. And I'll do a simultaneous closing. I'll do a simultaneous closing. Okay? I signed a contract and I'm buying it from him. And I'm ready to cash out on it too. Then I'm going to sell it to him. Why not? And then he can turn around and sell it to whoever he wants. Why not? This world was made out of capitalism. Does capitalism work or socialism? Which one? I come from a socialist country, so don't even go there. Don't even get started with that one, all right? Capitalism works. Your question was?
I got a question about those loans because do I have to pay that monthly? Or
Yeah. You want to have some money set aside to be able to pay the mortgage payment, which is a tax write-off anyway.
hard money loan, it's monthly too?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's a tax write-off anyway, those payments that you're making. There's a tax write-off. We need tax write-off. By talking with tax write-off, I'm not going to emphasize on this one heavily. Capital gain. Oh my God, do you want to bore me? Capital gain. Well, I've got capital gain at the what? You want to have capital gain. Can you imagine you and I getting together at the end of the year and you go, well, I have no capital gain. Oh my God, order a tequila, double it for him. He's made no money. But if you sit with me and you go, Ismael, I got a major capital gain. What accountant, CPA do you recommend? I go, man, we're doing well. Let's celebrate with a bottle of champagne or something like that. We're celebrating. Capital gain is not a bad word. That's the word you want. You want to have capital gain issues at the end of the year. Because if you had capital gain, that means you made money. But if you're sitting with me at the end around the holidays, Christmas time, okay, and you tell me, I don't have a single capital gain issue, I'm so happy. I go, no, you're not. You're broke as hell. You're broke as hell, okay? So we could do this with trusts, with legal papers, gentlemen's handshakes. I've done so many deals on gentlemen's handshakes because I trust they're friends of mine. And we've signed nothing. This is how much you're going to get, and this is how much you're going to get. Okay? Lenders, I don't have you on there. Need to have you on there. Don't look at me with those eyes. I already see them. Okay? We'll get you on there. All right? You guys have 5 freaking lenders in there, man. To go in there, and most of them have it. And you've got a phenomenal lender sitting in this office. Phenomenal. Lady who I love very much. Okay? So here we go, guys. Let's start out with the fun part of this class. This is what Ismael does. I will go and borrow the money on a credit card. I will borrow it. My DTI is fine. I'm a realtor. Okay? It'll be a bank statement loan, or it'll be just an asset loan. Have you guys just heard of it like an asset loan, meaning that the way they look at it, it's an investment property, and if the property, they will give you the loan on it. You don't need any bank statements or anything like that. They'll give you the loan on it, as long as the rental, right, as the rent market, it's not below the rent market value. Then I think it's called an asset loan. I'm not pretty sure. I wish you would come back. I think it's called.
DSCR?
Yeah, thank you. I didn't get the proper name on it. Thank you for correcting me on that one. Okay? But you're going to get that loan. There are so many phenomenal, great loans out there. And you don't need the bank statements if you don't have them. You don't need the bank statements. And go into business for yourself if you got a little... Listen, have you guys put money into CDs, mutual funds, stuff like that. Have you seen your return that you get at the end of the month, at the end of the year? You can actually go on vacation on with the return on it, can't you? Yeah, right. You're not even going to go to a freaking, what's that restaurant? Well, I'm not going to mention any names. I didn't say that. With the return that you're going to get at the end of the year, you're not even going there for dinner to celebrate. So guess what I'm going to do with that money? I'm going to invest it into real estate. 18% of the U.S. is income, and it circles and it's made around, and evolves around real estate. You know how many jobs that brings in? That's a big number right there. 18% is very, very big. Okay, so why not you? Just tell me why not you. Tell me, oh, Ismael, I am afraid. Okay, it's totally your choice, your call. I don't know. But if I have a little bit of money, I'm going to buy one property by myself, right? Now, let's say I sell that one. I get the money again back. I got my initial investment. It's like putting money into a savings account. Now I got my initial investment, correct? And now I'm going to go to my partner. Let's go 50-50 in it. You and I go 50-50 on this deal right here, okay? He puts in half of the money, I put half of the money, but I'm still buying one right there. I'm making 100% profit by myself. Now I'm making 50% with him, all right? Now I've gone up to maximum, never more than that, 3 partners. I've done a third, and a third. So that means that if we're making, I don't know, $150,000 net, I said net. That's 50 for him, 50 for him, 50 for me. And plus, guess what I'm making here? Plus, guess what I'm making there? So look at my portfolio that I've got created. And as I continue making money, I will still work with them, and I still work with them, and now I'm buying 2 homes at the same time for me alone. The problem is, if you think that you can't do it, then you're right, you can't do it. You can't do it, but let me tell you something. You can do it. You can do it, okay?
Question. Let's say you don't have a lot of money, but you have great credit.
You with great credit?
For example.
Done deal.
It's an example. So you have money, but you have those offers that are really high credit line of credit, but you have to pay a fee.
I don't mind paying fees.
Okay. So.
But I've got 2 questions. I think you have one for me, right?
Yeah.
Can you please write that one down? I want it right after class.
Okay.
Right after class.
All right.
Do you know that we can ask Adiel right now back there, and he sees how many people are tuned in to Facebook, how many people are tuned in right now to YouTube, and we've got over 1,000 sometimes, 600, 700, 800 people. They're not partnership Realty Realtors, okay? So I will answer those great questions, but those are only for partnership Realty Realtors only, okay? Once we turn off the cameras. I don't mind helping the community, the people, fellow workers like realtors out there. But that's the question that I got for you and you guys only, okay? So write it down, do not forget it, all right? So look, so now here's another thing. These guys here, these 2 guys here, and this person's making what they've never made in their entire freaking life, ever. Never they've made this type of money with me. What do you think when they get together, the conversations at the dinner tables, at anywhere they go? Oh my God, so I hear you're investing into properties. Yep, I just made $80,000. But don't you make $60 a year at where you work at your job? Yeah, it's a W-2. W-2, you get to see a little piece of paper that says $60,000. You don't get $60,000 in your hand at one given time. All you get is small little bits and pieces throughout an entire year of working an entire year. This man did nothing but sit. Well, he didn't sit, but he made $80,000 with me. Okay, $100,000 with me, $75,000, more than his other job. okay? And he's going to tell this gentleman, who his family member or friends are in, that gentleman, this lady, and guess what they're going to do? Who are they going to call? You're looking at him. You're looking at him. So now, I've got individuals that come up to me, and these are like really, really, really personal friends. They go, look, here's what we're going to do. I've got my business. I'm way too busy. I don't have time to do this. I want to write a check, and I want to receive a check. That's it. You just text me when you got the property. Send it to me by Google so I can see it, the photos and all that. I am going to give you the money and go buy one property. Let's start out with one. And then when I show him what I could do, he goes, buy two. With his money. And he's out traveling. He's doing whatever the heck he wants with his job, but his money is making money. And big returns. Big returns. Not 8% return. Not 9%, 6%. There are investors that are out there that are investing to get a return of 4, 5, 6%. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? All right, whatever. In real estate, we don't make 4 or 5%, 6% return. We make huge returns. So now, it's my knowledge. I'm the one that's going there. Some of these homes, we have to repair them. And others, I go in there with a broomstick, a Publix bag, right? Sweep up, take off because they've been closed down for quite a while, right? And I'll go in there and take out the spiders, clean it out. I'll have someone come mow the lawn, make it really tight and high, make it perfect outside, okay? And I'll turn around and just sell that property. Others, we have to spend some $3,000, some $10,000, some $30,000, some $70,000. Who's funding it? My investor. Who's making 50% there? You're looking at him. But see, while I'm doing this with him, I'm doing this with them, with him, and I'm doing this now. I've got maybe 4 or 5 or 6 properties of my own in my own portfolio. Okay? But let's get back to him. It comes down to a moment that he puts money into one account that when he's overseas or wherever the heck he's at here domestically, all right, he doesn't want me to call him. I have his username and his password to go in there and pull the escrow funds and send it right out. All right? Then I text him, I found the property, here it is. And he's excited. He's excited. Okay? So that one, this is phenomenal right here. This is where all of this leads to. The word gets around. I promise you, it gets around. Okay? And you don't have to be a handyman. You don't have to grab I've never grabbed listen, if you want me to destroy something, give me the hammer. Give me the screwdriver. I'll put the TV up for you. Yeah. Guarantee you that in a couple hours, it'll be on the floor destroyed. All right? I'm not a handyman. I'm not good at it. But I'm good at what I do here. Now, assignment of contracts. Are they allowed? Have you guys read it's on page 1. Okay, the as-is contract. Does it say assignable?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it does. So they're allowed. Does Ismael recommend it? Not really. The only way I recommend it is that you sit with me one-on-one with me. And we go over the fine details, which I'm not going to do in this class. Okay? But I don't allow it. I don't allow it. I mean, sorry, it came out so wrong. I don't recommend it. Thank you. Starting to lose it already because it's air conditioning in here, right? Yeah, so I don't recommend it, but I do recommend it if you sit with me. If you sit with me, and I've sat with you guys for 2 to 3, 4 hours sometimes, anytime that you guys want, okay? I promise you, I will give you my undivided attention on how to do this correctly. But right now, for this class' sake, I don't recommend it. It's in red letters, right? Like a big stop sign. No. Where do you find these deals? Now that you know how to do it, where do you find these deals? Right in your MLS. There's even a section in their MLS that says REOs and all the REOs will pop right up. Did you guys know that? All you gotta do is click there, REOs pop right up. Now, here's the question again. Boils down to this. One more time, this will be the last time we look at it. Boils down to this. You're looking at this REO, and you don't even know if it's a good deal or not, because you don't know you don't know your farming area. See it? How important it is? Because it's there, right there in the MLS. I've found so many. I just bought one. I just bought one in Aventura. Just bought one, and put an offer on another one. I'm hoping to get really soon. Okay, they're in the MLS. They're in the MLS. The lady that sold it, or the children that sold it, they don't live here in Florida. One lives in one place of the country, and the other in the other place of the country. They could care less about this property. They want it sold. They want it cash. They want it now. I'm the right guy. I am the right guy. I'll buy it cash. I'll buy it fast. I'll even pay for the closing costs. Everything. More money in your pocket. Okay.
What if some of the brokers sometimes they have occupied?
They're occupied?
Yeah, some of them.
Okay, good question. Thank you. I love that. All right, some of them are occupied because if they have a lease, the lease overrides the new purchaser, and you have to honor it. You know what I've done? I just bought one. I bought one. The guys here will tell you because they went and filmed it for me. All right, in Westgate. I just bought one in Westgate. Oh, from one of you realtors. You brought me the deal. They go, Ismael, we know you're an investor. I want to be your realtor. I go, okay. You already got the listing. You're a bully. You guys are bullies sometimes, I swear. You got the listing. Now you want to be my realtor. But if it's a good deal, I don't care. So I said, I looked at it right online real quick. I go, done deal. Let's go see it. Immediately, I canceled everything. If I would have had class, I would have canceled it. Seriously, guys, this is free here that I'm doing. And if you tell me I'm going to go lose $150,000 for class, what do you think the odds are that you think I'll be standing here? I will come up with any story that you want. Traffic jam, flu. No, I'm joking with you guys. I'll just put that I can't make it. I wasn't able to make it, all right? But, yeah, tenant occupied. And I told them I'm going to flip the property. I'm going to remodel it while you're here. You're going to get a really nice bathroom. That bathroom is horrible, but you will be using a very nice bathroom when I'm done with it. I'll redo the other bathroom. I'll redo the kitchen. I'll do the laundry room, and I'll do the yard and fence it in and everything. I go, oh, my God. Now I made it so beautiful, they didn't want to leave.
Well, we don't need to do the eviction when we're...
No, you can't evict someone. If they're making the payments on time and everything, so you cannot evict them.
It's a foreclosure, but
I don't care.
Owner,
I don't care.
is living inside the house.
Yeah. Oh, I've had many of those. Oh, my God, yes. I've had so many people that I've had to evict because the owners don't want to leave. You know what I tell them? Hi, how are you? Seriously. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Ismael Alvarez. Here's my card. I'm the new owner of the property, and there's no lease. There's no lease because they're the owners. There's no lease. I need my property. How quickly do you think you can move out? And well, it's going to take me a couple months. I swear to you, I've had people in wheelchairs that didn't even use it. They're great con artists, man. Show up to the door, and I go, oh my God. Well, take your time. Move a year from now. No, I'm an investor. You lost the property. I didn't do it. Their children which were adults, 2 boys and a girl, men. Why didn't they help mom out? Why didn't they do it? It's not my responsibility. I need my property because I probably got a hard equity loan on it. I'm making some really large payments on it. And besides, I need my property. Okay? So I'll do 2 things. As a nice guy, what I always do is offer you what's called cash for keys. You have to be moved out by X amount of days, and you will receive this X amount of dollars. The more you stay longer, the less I'll give you, and I will start an eviction process, and I will promise you I'll be back. There'll probably be 1 or 2 deputies standing right next to me. You lived here a long time. It's going to be very embarrassing. I don't want to do this to you. They're going to take you out of here. Okay, they're going to take you out of here. And yes, I've had to evict a lot of people. But honestly, did they lose the property because of me? And if I wouldn't have bought it, guess who would have bought it? Someone else. But they're not going to pull that game on me. I've had so many freaking lies on wheelchairs, and then the person gets up and I see him walking around the house, but came up with a wheelchair. I mean, really got me on that one. I go, oh, yes. And they worked me for 3 months. I go, okay, listen, I don't need the money right away. I'm not going to give you the sub story, but I got a really sub story. They beat me. They beat me on that one there. So now I don't even care if you come in the wheelchair. They bring you out in a stretcher with the IV next to you, right? And you open the door. No, you've got 30 days with your stretcher. Does that sound like a cruel? That's a joke, guys. I know most of you guys didn't laugh at that. I don't care. If I can't make you guys laugh, and if I cannot entertain myself up here with you, I need to go. I need to get the heck out of here, because I got to laugh at myself too a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to take you out with a stretcher. You know what I mean? I'll let the ambulance do it. Oh my God. You guys are a tough crowd. I like Miami better. They love all these stupid jokes. But they freaking laugh at all these stupid jokes over there. And you guys here in Palm Beach go, you guys are tough, man.
I am from both.
Oh, you're from, no wonder you enjoy it. Miami, he goes here to class all the time. Miami, they start laughing, they start cracking at it, you know what I mean? Here, like,
what is he saying? Especially earlier.
Yeah, especially when I'm going to take you out of there with your stretcher and all. I would never do something like that. Like I said, I'll let the ambulance do it, but I won't. You had a question.
You mentioned earlier we cannot evict them if there's lease.
If there's a lease there, which I've had them with leases, okay, I still offer them cash for keys. All right, I still offer them cash for keys. The story I was telling you about the Westgate, the property, they had a lease there. All right, I made it so freaking beautiful that they didn't want to leave. So now I made it tough for me. I go, I told you that you got to move. He goes, well, we don't have money, so I offered them more money out of my pocket. And then they said, well, we're too old to be moving. We're too old to carry boxes. Don't worry about it. I got a moving company that's going to come over here. They're going to pack everything up in your kitchen, everything in your bathroom, in your living room, in your bedroom. It's all going to be marked, okay? They're going to put everything in boxes at my expense, okay? I am going to move you to the new home, and then the same people that boxed you up are going to unbox you, put everything there, and take the mess with them. Meaning taking all the wrappers, taking all the boxes and everything, okay? I've had to do that to get them out.
Did you sell them the part of the place?
No, they lost it. They lost it.
I mean, the other place.
Oh, I sold it to someone else. No, I had another. I was so angry that I had a realtor, a good friend of mine, one of our realtors from Miami. I let him do the rental. They went to a rental, but guess who paid for the rental? Guess who paid for the move? Guess who paid for everything? Okay, so I didn't make, let's say 170. I still walked away with 150. Or seriously? Come on, guys. Work with the clients. Work with them. So if I had to move you, I will figure it out professionally one way or the other. And I'll offer you enough money because the lease was coming up due. And I go, listen, you're going to have to find money to move. I can move you. I will give you money, okay? And I will move you. Listen, you guys are going to have to carry these boxes. You're going to have to carry everything. I have got a moving company. I'm going to get it boxed up. It's going to be labeled, and they're going to unwrap everything. And you see what I mean? There's many different ways that we can handle this without having go towards the eviction. Always just come to me. Listen, I've been here for you guys 7 days a week. I'm not going to change. Let's go back to this, all right? In the MLS, you will find deals there, I promise you. Every time I look, maybe not that day, maybe that week or the following week, I will find a deal. Yeah, I will find a deal.
Those deals that you can find in MLS, can you do conventional or like?
Yes, ma'am, and they're clear titles. Very important. Very important, because that's where we're getting to now. It's title, okay? And violations and permit issues and all that. We're getting into that. Here's another one here. REO, right here. This is HUD. HUD right now, obviously you only licensed for the state of Florida. And one of the things that you want to buy is, you want to buy a property that's near you, that you can go see it, touch it, feel it. Why? Because you want to go there, right? And you want to make sure that the construction is coming along, the repairs and so forth is coming along, you know? So I love being able to drive to it. Now, I've bought in Lake City, O'Brien, which is way out west of Lake City. That's like 6 freaking hours. So, I mean, it's literally 30 minutes away from Georgia, okay? If it's going to leave me a nice return, by the way, I sold that property in one day. One day. One for sale by owner, sold it. Cash. One day. So will I drive 6 hours? Yes, I will. Okay? And I had cars lined up for that home. All right? So here. This here, if you're going to buy it as your primary residence, HUD will allow you, but after the 15th day, they'll open it up for investors, okay? So then you can buy it as an investor. Because they will put a restriction on the title. You can sell it before the year, but you can't make any profit on it. Because HUD's not giving you that property at a very, very reduced price for you to turn around and become an investor and sell it and make profit on it. I mean, come on, that's the government. They're not that silly, okay?
Have to be a first-time home buyer to buy it for your own self?
No. I mean, that's a loan issue right there, what you're talking about. That's depending on the loan. That's depending on the program, because if it's a first-time home buyer program, obviously the interest rates are less, and the terms are a lot more favorable. But if you can show the lender that you're going from a 1,200 square foot home to a 2,800 square foot home in a better area, same town, maybe with the pool, you know, just compensating factors, then yeah, you can. Yes. Listen, I have. Okay, one time in my life, 2 times in my life. Yeah, we're not going to get into that joke right now. But 2 times in my life, I moved in 3 years, like, I don't know, I think like one time I moved 5 times, and the other time I moved 7 times. That's an inconvenience. Have you guys ever moved? Do you know how hard it is, Pat? Oh my God, I hate it. I feel sorry for buyers and sellers and things like that, you know. But either I do it now when I can, or I pay a 30-year mortgage. I don't want to pay a 30-year mortgage. So I'll fix this house, sell it, buy another one, sell it, and then by the second time I'm selling it, guess who's not packing? You're looking at them. I will hire a moving company for that, and that's their job. I will be there with my bottle of iced tea, okay, or my soda or water, you know, and they'll be doing everything. You've got enough money for it, all right? But I will sell a house 5 times in 3 years. I've sold a house, 7 houses in 3 years. But I went from a villa, which was probably about 900 square feet, to a 7,000 square foot home, cash. So you make your choice on what you want to do. Having to move, oh my God, no, man, stay at your 900 square foot condo, villa, wherever you want to be at. No, I'm not going to stay there. I'm not going to do that. That's what I got this license for. But I've got to work for it. I've got to find them, and I've got to move. And every time I move, it's for the better, and the better, and the better, and the better, and the better. So there's your answer. You asked me, sorry, just to answer your question. As a primary residence, how many times can you do it? You can do it as many times as you want. Keep going. Will you have capital gain taxes? Well, we already went over that one. Yeah.
You can do that in your name?
In my name. I've done everything in my name.
Anytime, how many times?
Rental property, like I said,
Yes.
my first marriage, 5 times. Second marriage, 7 times. Third marriage, I haven't moved yet. I'm convincing her to move. All right? Yeah, for my homes, I buy them in my name. Investment properties, I will open up a corporation or an LLC, and it will be incorporated in that LLC because I've got too much to lose. I've got way too many properties. Something happens, someone slips and falls or something, they're trying to sue me. They're going to sue me on that property and that property only, and they're not going to touch my portfolio. They're not going to touch the portfolio.
Do you have a separate LLC for each property?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Each property that, who said that? Each property that I own. Yeah. Why? I'm not that same broke guy anymore. You know, when you first met me, we got together, we got married, right? I had barely no money. No, I think I had no money. But you had credit. You had really good credit. And I can work with credit, as I've already showed you. Okay? And we're going to buy our first home. But see, after our second and third home, I'm not that broke guy that you had and you knew anymore. Now I need to start protecting what? My investments.
Why do you do that?
Because people are bad. Some people, you guys know that. No, oh no, not to protect myself from my partner. No.
No, I'm talking about 3 different LLC.
Because someone, like I have one realtor, he's a very nice guy. He bought his house, his dad bought his house, and he rented out, they bought their third home, and they were going to do rentals, all right? I've got horrifying stories on rentals for me, okay? And this gentleman walking near the pool, right, slipped.
Okay.
Now, he didn't fall on the brick pavers, because that'll hurt, won't it? That'll hurt big time. Where do you think he fell in the pool? Guess what? People they do body flop. What do you call those? Belly flops. They just dive head first. Black, you know. And this guy slipped. We got AC?
Yes.
Thank you. You're the best. Send the bill to somebody else. Gracias, Jose. Thank you. And you know what? In the class, it's like we got like 10 minutes to go, and you guys. Well, hopefully you lost some weight here with me. You know, so hopefully I did something really good. No, you don't have to go to the gym. But 10 minutes to the class, and here you go. We got AC. He's the best. I love him to death. We should do a class with him, and you guys use him. The guy's phenomenal. He handles all of our ACs. He handles ACs in Miami for me and all my properties everywhere. He's punctual. He's good. Oh, he's phenomenal. Anyway, back to your question. Now he's suing the homeowners. Suing the guy's just he's just a scammer. He's looking for a quick paycheck. Mold. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I've got so many stories. It's unbelievable, okay? So you want to protect yourself, and how you do it, when you incorporate it, that property as an entity by itself. So if there's anything going to happen, it's going to be towards that entity only, not you as a person.
Wait, just
I have a
clear.
question. I was thinking when you have the insurance has
Yeah.
the personal something like that to protect
Yeah.
your tenants.
Yes.
Also, when we write the lease, we always say the tenants are required to buy a renter's insurance.
Oh, yeah.
So does that still could not protect you from this kind of
Nope.
stuff?
When an attorney comes after you, they're going to come after you, their insurance, the tenant's insurance, everybody's insurance. And these insurance companies are very smart. They'll go, I'll have to litigate with him for a year and a half. It's going to cost me $30,000, $40,000. He's just looking for a payout of $8,000, $5,000. Here you go. He got $8,000, done deal. But every single time that your insurance gets clobbered, guess what happens to it?
But still, if you put your property on the LLC, you are the owner of the LLC. They are still go with you. So
What do you mean? It's just kind of limits the damage to that house, to that property?
No, that you can get a security deposit. Here, I'll give you guys a tip. I'm going to be doing a class on leases. So I recommend you guys to do this. I don't recommend you guys to do anything. I recommend you guys to explain it, the difference between one and the other to your tenants. Okay? So instead of getting first, last, and security, how about getting first and two securities? This is not a rental class.
No.
So now, to answer Grace's question, if I get them, because I've had them in there, I've had drug dealers in there, I've had people come in there with pit bulls. Okay, I've had them all, and they destroy my. And I'm not a slum landlord. I remodel them, and they are beautiful, beautiful. Because I can rent it out for more dollars. But sometimes, you know, the people that get in there aren't necessarily the ones that applied for the lease. The ones that applied for the lease is one person, and the one that moved in is another person, and you can't evict them. I mean, you can, but you can't get them out. Hey, you don't belong in here. That's probably what they do is slam the door on you. I said, you don't belong in here. And they're going to say to you, I'm going to call 911 on you if you don't leave from here. I'm the owner. You're not going to get me out of here. You want to bet? I'll call 911 and I'll have you out of here in 2 minutes. Okay? But I'm the owner. Good for you. Do you want to applaud? I'll applaud you. You have to evict that person who's in there illegally. That's 30 days of them destroying your property.
Yep.
Okay? So, yeah, get double security. Double security. We'll talk about that when we do the rental class, okay? I've got a lot of great tips for you guys. Go ahead.
Roughly how much is an eviction process?
$1,500.
$1,500.
Yeah. And if you know how to do it yourself,
It takes you 3 months, right?
it takes you 30 freaking days. I'll have you out of there before you know it. Like I said, I'll tell you, I'll be back. I'll be back. You'll never see me again. In fact, sometimes I'm on vacation or I'm going somewhere, and I don't even go. I got my guys who are going to change the locks, clean out everything. You won't even see me again, but you will see the sheriff's deputies. All right, that's one, guys. Phenomenal right there. Where? Here's another one. You want to find foreclosures? There you go. I'm giving you sites. I already gave you the MLS, correct? Yes, I did. You guys are like falling asleep on me, I guess. You're not answering back. Are you guys going to come to that business and coffee? We're giving out so much coffee. That should zoom you guys up. All these classes, I'm going to start giving out espresso coffees to you guys. All right? So you already have HUD. You already have MLS. Here's another one. Sign up, register. These are all auctions. They are all auctions. But they're giving you clear title. Got it? Permits closed. HOAs closed. Sometimes the realtors have come to me and they said, Ismael, I am going on my 4th extension. My client is upset. And I said to the realtor, is your client going to live there? No, he's an investor. What does he care? If I'm going to make $100,000 on that property, I'll wait a year. Because listen guys, I already got all these here rolling. So if I've got to wait on this particular property right there 8 months, 4 extensions, I'll wait. I'm not going to live there. I'll keep signing the extensions, but because what are they doing? They're clearing title. They're clearing violations, permits, HOAs, so they can give your client what? Clear title. All of them. Every single one of these. Every single one of these that I'm showing you. Got it?
So it's not immediately.
Sometimes it takes, the foreclosure process gets done, correct? And you've got HOA, we got $26,000 in HOA liens that's got to get cleared up. You've got some violations with the city or the county, wherever it's at, that has to get cleared up. You don't have to do that. They take care of that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. They are going to give you clear title. They're going to give you clear title. Okay? Yes, a marketable title.
So, but when you buy, you know that they have problems with title or the...
Every single foreclosure has a problem. There's not, if you buy 55 and older maybe, and I don't want to get into that topic, because you guys know where I'm going with that one. We're going back to Miami soon. Okay? These guys, I talk to them, they don't even understand me. They do not understand me. Heck yes. All day long. Even when I wasn't 55, I got my mom, bought it in her name. My dad, when he was alive, bought it in his name, and he was my partner. I made sure I took care of my dad, and I took care of my mom. Thank you, Mother. You know what? Mom liked it. Mom loved it. That's shopping money for her. My dad loved it. You know what I mean? So I bought it in my mom and dad's name. There you go. Will I buy a 55 and older? Yes. Okay. Here's another one. Someone told me about foreclosures.com. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but so let's talk about the action.
About the what?
Like
Oh, the auctions? These are all auctions. You have to put a final bid, and the highest bidder will win.
and it has to be cash.
No, ma'am. These could be financed.
If I want the property and I don't have the money,
You shouldn't have bidded. You shouldn't have involved. You just lost your escrow deposit.
do I get pre-approval before?
No, listen to me. You better have that pre-approval. He's new. Okay, he's new. I love him to death. I love your questions because you are not afraid to ask.
Because maybe I want
You're
the
not-
property and I get some.
Find your partner first.
I get to borrow.
Find your partners first.
Can borrow money.
Do not get involved because it's a bad reputation. It's a bad reputation when they find out, oh, you know what? My nephew just lost or my son just lost $3,000, you know. You're going to get a bad reputation. You're already starting out with a bad reputation. So no. Make sure you get the financing first. Make sure you got your partners lined up, okay?
Are you still buying in Lake City?
And Lakes, yes, sir. I will go up there. Yes, sir.
You're still buying there?
Yes, sir. Anywhere in the state of Florida.
It's a good spot to buy then.
Yes, sir, it is. And out west of Lake City, the Swanee River, are you kidding me? Holy gajibis. Yes, sir. And guess what? I bought 2 acres, 2 cabins, okay? Scary as hell because I'm not from the country. At nighttime, I slept with shotguns next to me. Because what you heard out there are wolves and, you know, noises that I don't want to hear. I like ambulances, police. I like, you know, normal stuff, trains, airplanes. But what? Going out there, take out the garbage. No, listen, you take out the garbage. That garbage will sleep here. But I can't stand the smell. Listen, I'm not going out that... Unless I go out there, like one of these guys fully armed. I mean, shotguns, everything. And I want those things that I can see, those night visions too. I don't want them to creep up on me. But will I buy it there? Yeah. Next to the Swanee River? Yeah. Amazing caves, amazing springs, amazing area. And you know who bought the property from me? A gentleman, him and his wife from Boca Raton. Cash.
A lot of folks are moving back up there.
Yes, sir. They want tranquility. They want quietness. They want butterflies. I want butterflies too, but I want them on my screen on TV with the, you know.
Online that you can get 20 acres for $100,000.
Oh my God! I missed out on a 50-acre parcel in Ocala that to this day I'm crying about it. Every time I talk about it, I'll probably leave from here and cry a little bit again. But I swear to you, 50 freaking acres with the house on it. Are you kidding me? Yeah. But what am I going to do out there with horses and cows and sheep? I don't like horses and I don't like cows. I don't like their smell. I don't like the sheeps. And I don't ride horses. All right. But are those great deals out there? The answer is yes. 50 acres. I just missed out on it. Here's the other one. Right there. Another one right there. Okay? Find your properties. I'm giving you so many areas to look and find. Guys, remember, this is recorded already. This will stay recorded. You can watch this on our PRI/classes.com. Remember that? Yes.
For the HUD homes, you said that, like, the government will let us or won't allow us to flip or whatever, or can we rent?
No. You cannot be an investor. Here, this is delicate. If you miss anything there, you just lost. You can rebid on it again, but you just lost all that hard work that you did. This is like the most delicate one. I highly recommend Sonia. Sonia has done, I can't tell you how many of them for me. I mean, hundreds of them for me. Sonia's, I won't do it without her because I will miss a date. Me, with my schedule, I'll miss a date. Okay? So here's the other one. Here's another one. Freddie Mac homes. Right there, guys. Go there. Find these homes. I told you it's going to take a lot of elbow work. What I mean by that is a lot of hard work. You're not going to find it that easily, and sometimes you will. Only when you recognize that you've got a good deal standing in front of you. What's that I was saying with the something about a horse's mouth, something like that. God knows. You can tell I'm not a horseman. You know, I don't know what that saying is. But you got to recognize the deal when it's in front of you. Okay? Sorry. Questions?
How could I find an investor? Because I got like some obstacles.
How? Good question.
Let me say. I'm 18. I'm new.
It's got nothing to do with it. I started at your age.
I don't have 2 years income tax.
I don't care. I don't care. You were here in the class. I already showed it to you. I already showed it to you.
Literally laugh in my face.
No, they don't. You know why they laugh in your face? Because this is you right there. Yeah. That's you. Yeah, okay? But you know why they laugh in your face? Because you have not become an expert of this. There's the secret. There's a secret. Don't buy those books, man. I mean, I don't care. Buy the books. Go ahead. Buy them. Buy the CDs. It's your money. Then you'll come back to me if you... I don't mind saying when I make a mistake. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I did it. It didn't work out. Because from my experience, I could teach others. So I will tell you I made a mistake. There's the secret right there. That's it. Forget about all those videos and books and all that stuff. Forget them all. All right? So here you go. Freddie Mac. Okay? More homes to find. Here you go. U.S. Treasury. They're not that hard to find. I mean, they're not that easy. I meant to say they're not that easy to get, but they do. Do you know how many people do not pay their taxes? A gazillion. And guess what? Let me give you guys some really good answers here. And it's going to be, this is going to be for you too as well. All right? A lot of these homes you're going to buy super dirt freaking cheap. All right? And most of all those videos, buy a home for only $2,500, $3,000. They do exist. But see, if you don't know your farming area, you will buy a home in my hometown. My hometown, which I'm not going to mention the name because I have so many friends there, from kindergarten to my 10th grade year, I went to school there. Then I went to Miami for 10th grade, 11th in Miami, and then I came here, graduated here, okay? Population at my hometown is 300. There is no growth. There is no economy. There is nothing over there. So you will buy a foreclosure for $2,500, $3,000. Who are you going to rent it to when there's no jobs? They're not going to pay you rent. And you don't want the house vacant either. And yeah, you can buy them there. They do exist. So do you need to know your farming area? Yes or no? Yes. You better know it. My hometown's the wrong hometown. But then go with, here, I don't care. I don't care if they're friends of mine anyway. I'm from Moorhaven. Moorhaven is a country town. I mean, country. But I was there till I was like 13 only. My parents had to take me out of there. As soon as I grew up, I became coming out of that adolescent stage, I want out. If not, my mom said to my dad, we're moving. And they took me out of there, went to Miami, great area, right? No, we'll get to that. I love her. I swear to you. Clifton is growing. Montura Ranch is growing. La Belle is growing. Belle Glade is growing. Pahokee is growing to some extent. Okay? From Montura Ranch, going all the way, you're going to cross La Belle, going all the way to Lehigh Acres, that is growing enormously. They widened the road. They got the infrastructures built out. You think the state does that because they're just, let's put better roads here? No, they know they have to build the infrastructure first. So then, that's when the population comes in. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember here. There was nothing out west when I was here as a kid. Okay, there was one road, Southern Boulevard. It was one road going east and one road going west. Dangerous as hell. Look at it now. But what they did first was create the roads. Create it, because if not, the population, the traffic will be horrible. So take a look, and if that's not a sign for you, and then look at all the builders that are building around there. Those guys are billionaires, okay? They're smart with their money. They know what they're doing. Why are they going out there? And then we're selling a ton of properties out there because you can get properties for $260, $250, $230, where you can't get them here. But most of these people, they can live out there. It's because they work out of their homes. And the city of Okeechobee, you know how many properties we're selling to the city of Okeechobee? Big time. Huge. But look at what's coming to the city of Okeechobee. There's a lot of growth that's coming to the city of Okeechobee. Learn about your farming area. Learn about the community. There is no growth going to Moorhaven. You go fishing there. Yeah, catch a fish too. By the third fish, oh, good. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? How many fish can I catch? It'll be exciting to me. Then tomorrow, invite me again to go fishing. You go, seriously? Catch more fish? How many do you want to eat? We'll go to Publix, man. Get you whatever you want.
If you buy a house on the home.treasury.gov, is the mortgage still due? And if so?
No. They're completely foreclosed. But you got to know the cities. I've had some friends of mine that have bought these homes in some other areas. That's another class that I can teach you on what to do. It's going to be more an advanced. It's called an advanced a class. I could do it right after class right here for you. I could do it right after class for you. And they're buying homes at $2,500, $3,000. Okay, they are in some really small towns, and it's still going to work out for you. Real estate, you can't miss, but you got to have that knowledge. Okay, so these properties do exist, and I could tell you what you're going to do with them, by the way, as soon as we're almost done. Here's the last one. I do not recommend. Every single county has got their own foreclosure. Read what you are checking off before you sign in. You're checking off that you're buying this property with every defect, whether it's a clouded title, whether it's $300,000 or $400,000 in violations, whether it's open permits, whether it's already been, the paperwork is done, it wasn't in the system, you have no way of knowing, and the house has been set for, they're just going to condemn the home. They're going to go in there and flatten it out. And here you are buying a home that's going to be raw land. That happens. Because it almost happened to me. And it almost happened to a bunch of people. Yeah.
I know a lot of people that are sight unseen. They buy 10, 15.
I've had realtors. I had one realtor. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not even going to say the story. Look, it's all in red. Red to me means stop, right? Don't do it. Okay? So I don't recommend it. Don't go there. Go every other place I showed you. Are there homes available there? I would not feel right if I didn't tell you that Palm Beach County has foreclosures Monday through Friday. So does Broward, so does St. Lucie, so does Indian River, so does Dade. Every single day, Monday through Friday. But you better know what you're doing, because when you buy a bad title, it's your problem. When you buy a house that's worth, say, I don't know, say $300,000, correct? And you know it needs probably 100 to be repairs, or just needs 50 to be repaired, or 40 or 30, whatever the case may be. And you bought it for about 180. Okay, 225, and now you've got $300,000-$400,000 in violations for open permits and all that. What are you gonna do now? What are you going to do now? You better know what you're gonna do. So I've heard stuff like, yeah, I'll pay a title company to check every one. That's crazy. Some of them are, you got in one day 30 homes, 40 homes that are being sold on Monday in foreclosure. There is no title company that's going to, I'll take it on. I'll pay you. You're going to have to say that. I'll pay you. Well, you know, doing a lien search and all that's about $350. You're going to pay $350 for every single lien search? Can you imagine that by 40? And then what happens to those 40 homes on Monday? We're just talking Monday. What happens to those 40 homes? They go to foreclosure defense. 40 gets reduced down to 20. And then others go into bankruptcy, so 20 gets reduced down to what? 12. And then you've got what REO companies do you like that? What REO companies does, all right? And they'll put a reserve on that property. You know the property is worth maximum, right? Say $300,000, and they'll put 302. Are you going to pay $302,000? Because you have to. They put the minimum bid that they'll go up to $302,000. So are you going to put $302,000 and you know it needs $100,000 in repairs? Are you going to do it? No, you won't. So now out of those 12 properties, you're down to what? Maybe 6, 5, exactly. 3. And you spent how much at the title company? And these title companies, we're busy. They're busy. We don't have time to do this every day for you. So you better know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I buy properties there. But I have 32 years of experience, okay, on doing this. Do I recommend it to you guys? No. I'd find them anywhere, because I don't care where it's at. I'm going to find it.
You're giving us the other ones.
I'm giving you guys those because I don't want you guys to get in any type of trouble. This is your last resort. But if I didn't tell you this, you're going to say Ismael he held back because he wants it for himself. He's afraid. No, do you know how many investors I've got in our office that I've outbidded them? I've gotten the offer, the highest bid on it. Sometimes they outbidded me. We're friends. Man, you got it. I saw that you got it, because you see the name who bought it at the end. Yeah. With, you see the name right there. We go, oh yeah, you got me on that one. Or they go, you got me. Yeah.
Those accept finance or cash?
Those are all cash. Oh, you don't get to go inside and see them, by the way. You drive by, you look at the window, and it is all yours, as is, triple is, quadruple is, with everybody in it, with everything in it. So, yeah.
As an investor, can we get a loan for pre-construction and then sell
on the other ones?
Once it's done? Like a brand new house, a pre-construction house.
Yeah, what I've done is, this is an advanced class. I'll be glad to do it for you guys. I will not record it. It will be in person, okay? So I bought land. I bought one parcel land, old shack of a house, but I've been able to subdivide it and take out 3 parcels and deed all of them, okay? Fixed the property up very, very well. Most of the times with me fixing that property, I sell it for exactly what I got into it. Okay, so now I own these 3 parcels of land, or 4, free and clear. Other times I've lost money on them. Okay, so say I lost on the single family home, which I don't want. I don't want it. I've lost $30,000. So now each one of these have cost me $10,000 besides to be able to separate them as its own parcel, it'll cost you from $8,000 to $10,000. So now I got $20,000 into the lot. How much of the lot's going for here in West Palm Beach right now? Come on, I want to see your farming area. How much is a lot going for in Palm Beach County?
At least 400,000.
No, 90, 80,000, 100,000. Okay, not the whole thing, just the lot alone, not the whole thing, just the lot. Okay, so I got it for what? 20,000, 10 because it was a negative, and another 10 because I had to take it and I had to do all the paperwork with the city and subdivide them, you know. So yeah, I'll do that class for you guys, advanced, when soon, whenever you want. It'll be a workshop. It will not be, and we'll do it in here, but it will not be. It won't be recorded. Okay.
But I mean, like in the development, the houses are about to start getting.
Yeah, they don't allow that here anymore. We'll go to Dominican Republic and kill it.
Okay.
We'll go to Dominican Republic and kill it. Maybe you could do it with a spec builder. A spec builder is one person that builds one house at a time. Says, hey, listen, I'll buy it, but will you let me sell it? You know, I'll cash out on it. I'm ready to. When you get it done, I'm going to cash it out. But if not, yeah, maybe. But not. You know, the big names, they will not allow it. They will not allow it. Any more questions? Yeah.
When you were talking about you subdivide it, how do you find out how to do that?
I'll go. I want to close this class out. I have 3 questions today that I'm going to answer.
Okay.
4 actually. 4. Because the third one was on buying homes for $2,500 and $3,000. Got it? That was question number 3. Your question is number 4. I got 4 questions to answer. All right? I want to say thank you to all our audience watching us. I want to thank you guys here for this class. And listen, guys, what you're going to do is when you start making the money, this is what it's going to look like to you, right? And another thing, your city, wherever you live at, is nothing but money. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. Opportunities everywhere. Then go out, pay off all your debt, pay off your old house. But usually, you know what realtors do when they pay off their old homes? They go and buy another new one. But you know the beauty of us, what we could do is we start all over again. Remodel the house, go on vacation, take your family out shopping, guys, and enjoy this class and what you learned on it.